Lovely, lovely to see you all. Am I audible and visible? I would love to hear your comments if everything is going good. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sitakanji. Happy Teachers' Day to everyone here. Everyone is a teacher in some form. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So wonderful to catch up with all of you. Would love to see all of you on camera on mode. Please do come. That will be a great thing. I can see all of you in a smiling, broad, beaming, radiating face. We can beam on our energy onto each other with happiness. Great. I can see many of you are coming on cam. Would love to see more of you coming on camera. That's the best way to learn, when we see each other and we learn from each other. Now, in spite of having the digital modes, we have the opportunity to learn, but when we see each other, it's even better. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Lovely catching up with all of you. Okay, some of you say that you can't switch on the camera. That's okay, but most of you definitely can. I'd love to see all of you on cam on mode who can. So now, Happy Life CEO. It's a very unique name formulation we discussed and we created with a purpose. And that purpose is what we are going to learn, share, and discuss as we're going through this whole journey. Lovely to see many of you joining in, and we are excited to go. Before that, can you just mention which city you are from? If you can share which city you are from, your name and the city you belong to. Mumbai, I can see Amritaji is from Mumbai. Others, Vellore, I can see now it's moving so fast, difficult to catch up. Gurgaon and Mumbai, Chennai, Warangal, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Pune, Ranchi, and Tiruvananthapuram, Vijayawada, Pune, Mysore. Now it's really moving fast. Every part of the country. Great to have your presence. Lovely. Delhi, Bangalore, Vizag, Kolkata, Punjab, Bangalore. Lovely. Delhi. Yeah, great to find everyone out there from different parts of the country. Give me a moment. As we are starting, we'll go through some slides, but more than that, we'll interact. This will be in a workshop mode. So we'll interact a lot. Keep your camera on switch on mode. Let's get on. Tamil Nadu, Bengaluru, lovely to get all your responses fast. So give me one moment when I am bringing on the slide. Yeah. As I bring on the slide, also let me know if you can see the slide. I trust all of us can see. Yeah. Just let me know if everything is good. My camera, that means you can see me, my voice coming across, and you can as well see the slide. All good, right? AG, fantastic, all good, great response. Fabulous, lovely. Thank you very much. Happy Life CEO Masterclass, that's what we are going to go through in this session. And as we start, I'll just share a few things. Welcome all of you on board for this journey. Let me know how many of you have already attended few of my programs before, or you're for the first time. If you're first time attending my session, please write FT or AA, already attended. FT, I can see FT. Voice is low. Let me check my, yeah, voice is low. Thank you for the response. Thank you for the feedback. Many FTs I can see. Let me set the things a little in order. Just give me a moment. There may be some issue, some glitch somewhere. Is the audio quality better now? Can you just mention? Yes. Thank you. Thank you for giving me that feedback to change my get my microphone on the right place. So thank you very much. Welcome all of you. So many I can see for the first time. Welcome everyone, and welcome many of the people who have already been part of my community for a very long time. So many of you have been there. I feel so privileged to see all of you here in this session. Now, as we move further, few things. This is a 2 hour, roughly about 2 hours. Please do commit to this. 2 hours will be traveling together from 7 p.m. approximately up till 9 p.m. because we have to do a lot of things. And we'll have little Q&A towards the end. We'll talk to each other. Maybe we'll find some clarity by discussing with you. So what we are going to learn in this, who is a happy life CEO? What is it exactly? We are talking about something called Happy Life CEO. We will see what is that. Second, we will talk about something called the 4D Happy Life framework. And this is very important, simple, powerful. So we'll go through the 4D Happy Life framework. Next, we'll be talking about a roadmap to implement the Happy Life CEO. It's a 4D transformation, as we term it, method, along with an opportunity to work with me. That's what I'll share at the end. So this is what we are going to discuss. Is it clear? Are you all clear with this? Just write C, clear how we are going to proceed through. Just write C, crystal clear. Great, amazing. Thank you very much. Moving further, I need your commitment. When I say commitment, 3 things I would be requiring from your end. Let me put it on the slide. 2 hours of your commitment. 2 hours of your time as commitment towards this happiness CEO workshop. I would also look at your focus. Please pay all attention and focus as we are going through. And in this session, we are going to do many things. Please ensure that you have a notepad and pen, and you are going to work with me. Are you committed? Just write I commit. Right? I meaning I commit. Meaning 2 hours, let's give 2 hours. And this is so important thing that we are going to discuss. It will be of worth and value, and you probably would love to be being part of this. And please spend that 2 hours with us with focus and attention. And please do participate. Please do write. And also when I urge you to respond on chat box, please do respond. Thank you to see your commitment. I commit. Thank you very much for all your responses. And now let's move further on. Yeah. When we move further on, would you like to know a little bit about me? Many of you are here for the first time. Would you like to know a little bit about me? Maybe 5 minutes I'll spend how I started this journey, how I have come to this place as a happiness coach, and what happened in my life, how it got transformed at some point, at some juncture. Would you like to know about that? Just mention yes if you would. Thank you very much for your permission for this. Now, let me tell you about me. I started my corporate journey in 1993 after completing my mechanical engineering. And also I did my MBA. So in the corporate, it is a huge, large public sector organization where I worked. And in that corporate, I had challenges, not in terms of work or anything as such. For first few years, it was so, I was so excited and amazed by the job. But the thing was not very smooth in terms of my internal life. External, it was all good. Internally, I was having stress, some form of anxiety, something. And at the early age of 28, I was having high blood pressure and I had to take medicine. And this was something which was unthinkable. Somebody at the age of 28 is taking blood pressure medicine. Nowadays, it has become very common. But that time I was scared. And not just that, as I moved further into my journey of corporate life, in about 15 years' time, that means I joined in 1993, 2008, Many things had changed. I was very fat. I was almost like 93 kilogram of weight. I was having high cholesterol. I was having stress inside, some kind of internal insecurity, some kind of internal anxiety all the time, leading to many internal disturbances. Externally, everything seemed so all right. This is the time in 2008, something happened in my life. Many of you have heard it earlier as well. I have mentioned a few times. 2008, in the month of October, I had been to Jim Corbett National Park on a personal, private family visit. And in that pleasure trip, I had a kind of an accident. The accident was in the afternoon on the first day of our arrival. We had been to something called nature walk. We ventured into the jungle. So my younger son was very young. He was only 1.5 years old. So my wife chose to stay back at the resort. Me and my elder son, who was only 7 years old at that point in time, we entered into the jungle along with a group of people. And something happened. Because of some miscommunication, we lost connect with the group. We got separated, and it was a terrible decision by me to just go slow and to do something. When I was separated from the group, I could realize that I have lost sense of my direction in the jungle. It was afternoon, and following my gut feeling, I moved in one direction, but unfortunately, it was the wrong direction. We were at a place which was a dry riverbed, and it was almost like evening was coming. It was getting darker. And at that point in time, something terrible happened. There was a jungle calling. If you know what is jungle calling means all the birds and animals in that location would shriek and shout at the peak of their voice, indicating the tiger is around. And I knew that because in my early age, I used to read a lot of books of jungle books of Jim Corbett and Kenneth Anderson. So I knew this is alarm for tiger. And I was shivering, shaking, almost like I was losing my consciousness and falling down. But at that very moment, something happened. I am so fortunate that that thing happened to me. I'm so blessed that that thing happened to me at that point in time. I got some kind of sense of internal calling saying that you have to take charge. You cannot die like this. And that moment, I said, let me take charge of this moment. I was feeling guilty before that because I had my younger son with me and tiger is around. And that moment, suddenly my mind worked like magic. And I recalled everything that needs to be done when the tiger is around. I recalled what we need to do. What Jim Corbett or Kenneth Anderson would suggest somebody if tiger is around, what we need to do. I started speaking at pick of the voice, but not very scary or neither it is threatening. So I started doing that, calm inside, and magically, miraculously, my mobile phone rang. And that point in time, 2008, although we were not very far from the resort, but definitely it was something magical, miraculous. My mobile phone rang, flicker of signal. I disconnected that call and tried to connect to the resort. Again, thankfully, I connected. I just could convey that we are in danger. We are lost in the forest and we need immediate help because there is some danger outside. SOS. I just could convey this much and the call got disconnected. Only thing that they could get is a dry river nearby. In the next 5 minutes, I could hear the sound of a jeep, and somehow at the nick of time, they reached us and we got saved. And I could also guide them through some process. Everything happened because my mind worked in a very different form, very different way. And that day, that night, in fact, when I came back, I could not sleep the whole night in that resort. I was thinking what happened, what could have happened, but that moment also gave me something exceptional, which changed my life. It said that life is far beyond that the way you are living it. It's not the life that you should live as it is, as you are living now. You have to bring in some change. Mind is something extraordinary. It has saved your life. That moment also gave me some kind of spiritual bent, some kind of feeling of spirituality within. And from that day onwards, October 2008, I started delving deep into the science of mind and the ancient philosophies, the deep concepts of mind and ancient spiritual practices and processes. 2008, I chose to change my career from marketing to helping people, coaching people, mentoring people. And in an organization, in the corporate, the same corporate, I became a faculty in the management wing, Management Training Institute, where we were training the top management people in the organization. So for that point in time, till 2020, I understood about mind. I understood how I can change myself, bring in transformation, helped a lot of people, and also learned a lot during that process of working with people. And in the process, I also could collaborate with IIT Kharagpur in a space called the Science of Happiness, and had the opportunity to work with some of the top experts in the world in this domain. The science of happiness is a unique field of science that brings science and spirituality together. It talks about neuroscience and ancient practices of meditation, mindfulness, chanting, all other Eastern spiritual practices. This was the story which changed my life, but the entire change happened in phases. I'm going to share examples when we are talking about that Happy Life CEO concept, the 4D concept I mentioned. And 2020, I chose to quit my job and start this process. And with blessings and grace of universe, energy and power of something, I have been able to convey, transmit, connect with so many thousands of people. And I trust I have given something which has helped them in their life. And with this, we will move further. So was the tiger story scary, interesting, and life transforming? You can write SIL. It was scary, interesting, and life transforming for me. The moment I remember that, I still have goosebumps on my body when I just think about that. That phone call still reverberates in my ear when I talk about it. I still remember that Nokia phone that I had, and it rang. It was something like I never expected. In the midst of the jungle, the phone would ring. So it happened, and that happened for the good, and that changed my life as well. So as we move further on this, are you ready for this journey? I would like to know from all of you, ready to go RTG. Let's all write RTG, ready to go for this journey. We'll straightway delve into this topic. We'll look forward to this understanding and learning of what is this 4D concept, what is this concept of Happy Life CEO. We'll talk about that in this. Yeah, great. We'll start with something called a why. Why are we talking about happy life? What is the importance of happy life? Just tell me, is happy life important for you more than many other things? Right? Yes, if you are feeling that a happy life, you can choose to take a happy life, living everything apart. Yeah, yes. Great. So this happy life, it's not our version. When you go back to the ancient times, I'm not even talking about the Indians' concepts and Vedic ages. It is about the happy life. In fact, if you go to the deeper spiritual aspects, why should we learn spirituality? It is about why should we have spirituality inside? It is about Atyantika Dukkha Nivriti and Paramananda Prapti. That's the essence of spirituality. That's what it said. The whole idea of deeper spirituality is eliminating the extreme suffering and sorrows and getting to the extreme blissful, joyful state of Ananda. Ananda doesn't have a very straightforward English translation, in fact. So anyway, now looking at the ancient other philosophies where we talk about happiness is the meaning, purpose of life. That's what Aristotle said thousands of years ago. The whole aim and end of human existence is happiness. Yeah, Paramananda Prapti. Next, relatively recently, Helen Keller, who didn't have even the the privilege of, or the senses, primary senses he was losing. But look at the philosophy, look at the wisdom that she had. I take happiness very seriously. It is a creed, a philosophy, and an objective. So that's what Helen Keller, she talks about. Next, modern science. Sean Acker, the author of the book, Happiness Advantage. Happiness Advantage is a very powerful book, researched book by Sean Acker, who is a Harvard professor. And he writes on happiness and the advantage of happiness, primarily the advantage, why we should invest in happiness. He says, happiness is a choice. How many of you would agree that happiness is a choice? How many of you here do agree? Write HC. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice. Sometimes, yeah, somebody says sometimes. But can we make happiness a choice? We'll talk about that in some form. Happiness is a choice. That's what Sean Acker says. Not always. Yes, some people, I would love to get this disagreement from some of you who are. Let's talk from our life experience. When I say happiness is a choice, why should you take it straight away? No point. You should definitely counter this. Think about this. Yeah. Whether it is a choice or not, we'll see that. Yes, mandatory. We will talk about that. We'll discuss about that for sure. So happiness is a choice. Happiness spreads. Somebody is happy, he also emanates, he also radiates, or she also radiates happiness. And happiness is an advantage. This is what we look at when Sean Acker says this. And look at the advantages of happiness. I'll also mention about few of the research which suggests what is this advantage. Yeah, it should be by default. Yeah, be the default mode. That's what Venkatji is saying. Default mode happiness. Yeah, I'll say something after this. Why Happy Life CEO? Because of these powerful things and many more. These are a few things that we have just taken out. Happy people, they earn more and they are richer. This is not what I'm saying. This is research. They say that happier people are more wealthy. They are more successful than others. In terms of their productivity, it has been seen that productivity enhances almost by 16 to 19%. And even examination performance increases by close to 30% when we stay in a state of happiness. More popular, they're more loved. That goes without saying that everyone loves a person who is happy. Better relationships with themselves, with their peers, with their family members. Better, bigger circle, more friends. Better physical and mental health. Pleasant and satisfying marriages. It has been seen happy people have better marriages, better successful marriages. And physical mental health, in many research, it has been seen the rate of heart attack, cancer, many other things, they reduce significantly. Significantly, the chances they reduce if we are in a state of happiness. And also, it's been seen that mental happiness, that means mental health condition is better if you are happy. So many people say, anxiety goes, I'll be happy. It's the reverse. If I remain happy, anxiety will not come. When I say about this happiness, it's a little different. We'll talk about that 4D happiness as we come to it, which is a choice. Which is a choice. Many of you said, it's not always choice. We'll see, there are certain things. It's not the exteriority. It's how we work within. That's what is the choice. That's what we'll talk about. Now, stronger mindset, more resilient mindset, yet calm, kind. Happy people are more kind, more compassionate, more forgiving. That's what has been seen in the research. And better and well-regarded leaders. Now they're talking about happy leaders. Happy leaders. In fact, Sean Acker strongly says that now corporate should invest in happiness because happy leaders are the one who can really make things magical in any organization. So if you agree with all these advantages, write H A, happiness advantage. In fact, the book name is that, The Happiness Advantage. HA. Haha, yeah. Yeah, HA. Happiness advantage. Lovely. Now we'll talk about how to be a happy CEO. What is it and what are the things, what we need to do, what are the things that we can do to become happy. That's what we'll discuss as we proceed further on this. Yeah. Great. Now, so how to be a happy life CEO? What is your way to be happy? I would love to know this. What do you do to become happy? What is your approach to be happy? Just write few things that you do to become happy. Somebody may watch television, somebody may spend time with family, somebody may meditate, somebody just write. What do you do to become happy? Any idea, anything? If you can just mention, what is your approach to happiness? Dance, wonderful. Playing, brilliant. Live in present moment, wonderful. Be myself, lovely. Meditation, curtail my desires. Be myself, live in the present. Motivate self and others. Play with my cat, wonderful. Nature walk, wonderful. Be silent and calm. Painting, lovely. Spend time with own, we call it appointment with yourself. I keep connected within yoga and meditation. Live simple, wonderful. I write when I'm happy, listening to devotional songs, music, success, listen to music, let go of things, meeting friends, spend time with kids, pets around, meditation, wonderful. Party and friends, meditate, achieving, lovely. Sorry, but forgotten happiness since long. I empathize. It happens not just with you, with so many people because of many life situations. But we'll look at that. How we can handle that as well. Yeah. Now coming to our understanding about happiness. Who is a happy life CEO? That's what we will be looking at and we will talk about. It is about 4 dimensions. As I said, we will do certain things on pen and paper. I understand, I feel, I trust that all of you have pen and paper with you, rather pen and a notepad, which you can carry further with you. So please write PP, pen and paper with you, PP, that you have pen and paper. I want everyone to have a pen and paper with you. Please take note of things. Please do something as we go through this journey. Please work on it, because this is important. It's a moment we have to reflect on ourselves. I will tell you something about the 4 dimensions, and then we will write it down, reflect upon that, see ourselves, and see how we can transform ourselves. Yeah. So please do this with me. Now, the first dimension. Before that, let me tell you something. Somebody mentioned that happiness by default. In fact, that's what is a very deep spiritual concept. When the ancient philosophy says that we do things to become unhappy, that's the reason why we are unhappy. Otherwise, by default, we can be happy. If we can avoid things which we do for unhappiness, we can be happy. We'll understand that more and more as we get into giving. The second aspect of happiness is a choice. This choice is different. Let me tell you right here, then we'll get in. There are 2 kinds of happiness. Take note of this. Please write this in your notepad. 2 types of happiness. One is called the hedonic happiness. Hedonic means happiness that comes from pleasure. Happiness because of external things. I'm with friends, I'm in a party, I'm watching a wonderful movie, or I'm on a travel and tour and visiting a wonderful place. I'm happy. Because of the situation, I'm happy. Because of a wonderful food in a restaurant, I'm happy. That's hedonic happiness. It is, you can say, the outer happiness. OH, write OH and write it on your paper. Hedonic. Yeah. HEDONIC. Hedonic happiness. Hedonic happiness, right? That's one happiness. That happiness is not a choice. That happiness is not a choice. It's outer happiness. You have to depend on outside, right? Write OH if you understood this. OH, yes. The happiness that we are talking about is called the eudaimonic happiness. Eudaimonic happiness. You can take the spelling UDAIMONIC. Eudaimonic happiness. DE also right. Both are right. Both are correct. Eudaimonic happiness means inner happiness. That means in spite of difficulties outside, I'm responding in a more responsible and matured manner. Have you seen there are terrible conditions outside, but two people, one person is torn and disturbed and completely internally shattered and unable to come back to terms with the reality. The other person, same situation, same problem, is calm, responding, focusing on the solutions, actions, and matured behavior, and managing much better way and coming back from that situation as the situation goes away. Do you see this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Have you seen this? Two individuals, one person is completely disturbed for the same situation. Other person is calm and responding in a matured way. Yeah. Is it clear now, Venkatji? Is it now clear? That's what is inner happiness. Yeah. We will talk about that, but we will talk about how that inner happiness translates to outer happiness. That's what we'll see. Now, it's not just in two different individuals. If you recall my story in Jim Corbett, under one situation, I'm completely shattered and about to fall down. In another state of mind and being, I could take charge. I could take charge, and I was in that state of inner happiness so that I could take charge. In that mind state so that I could take charge. We'll talk about that as well. We'll start with that. We will start. That is the first dimension that we are talking about, and rest all would follow. Rest funds. We'll take the questions and discuss more at the Q&A, because some questions I can understand are very deep, need some deliberations. We'll come to that at the end. Is that okay with all of us? Yeah, please do write Q&A at the end, QAE. We'll take the questions for sure. Please hold your questions, very important questions. We'll discuss on them. But in order to be on track, we'll go ahead now. So, happiness within is about your health. Sometimes we'll talk about health later, but health is important. Focused, resilient, calm mind, positive self-image, confidence and self-esteem. We will understand this a little more before we work now. Now, this happiness or this inner world process is very important. We need to understand few things. One, calm mind when even difficulty is outside. How many of you here can calm down your mind as per your choice? Right? CC, ICC, not the international cricket body. It is about I am calm by choice. ICC. If you can choose to be calm, can you choose to be calm? Please write ICC. It's a very difficult but unique and a powerful process that you can calm down your mind per choice. It needs practice. It needs a deep, deep involvement with yourself. You can calm down yourself by choice. Do you think if you have this power, you can be happy? Say yes. If you have this power that you can choose to be calm, you can be happy. Right? Yes. Great, great, great. Lovely. I learned in your sessions. Yeah. Yeah, Sandhya ji, good to see you back. Yeah. So this is about calming your mind per choice by following practices, by doing certain things at a deeper level. Many practices are there. but we need to practice it. Abhyasa is the essence. Abhyasa and withdrawing from the externalities, which will keep ourselves calm, right? So first, how to calm down your mind definitely can bring in that inner resolve. We can also focus and be resilient with respect to emotions. Resilient with respect to emotions means certain things outside change our body. That means somebody criticizing, we are angry. Somebody is doing something mischievous, we are little fearful or little uncertain about what will happen. Or there is a danger outside. The aeroplane has some, it's going through a rough weather, so we are fearful. Any external stimulus change the internal state of being, the emotionality. That resilience, if I can have the stimulus response, I can bring in some kind of resilience to that. Will I be happy? Say yes, if you can. If we can learn this art of being resilient in spite of external stimulus is little not as per my choice, I can become happy. Do you want to be resilient or channel your emotions? What we call emotion channelization. I can be happy. I can channel my emotion in the appropriate manner. I can be happy. Yes, great. Then we talk about 3 very, very important things, and we'll go for a little practice and then go to this. Positive self-image, self-confidence, and self-esteem. We call it identity. Identity. This is about, before I take you to identity, I'll take you through a very simple practice. Now close your eyes for a moment. Close your eyes for a moment. All of us, let's close our eyes for a moment. Let me stop sharing and see all of you are on camera on mode. Please do keep your camera on mode. I can see many people have now become invisible. Please do come on camera. Let's close our eyes for a moment. And I'll take some names. Just think about them, and whatever image, whatever emotion that comes to you, just mention that. I'll take the name of MS Dhoni. Whatever that comes to your mind, just think for a few seconds and write what is it that comes to your mind, what image that comes to your mind, and what are the feelings coming for MS Dhoni. The moment you think of MS Dhoni in your mind, see it in your mind. Try to see whatever image that comes when you think. Close your eyes and see in your inner eye, MS Dhoni. Calm, smart and humble, cool and calm. Good cricketer, god of cricket, focused, helicopter shot, wonderful, captain and positive, dedicated, wonderful, lovely to see that. Now, cool and calm. Now let's think of another individual. This is Vijay Mallya. Vijay Mallya. If you remember Vijay Mallya, the person, yeah, Vijay Mallya now. Now let's flamboyant, arrogant, chore, scamster, fraud, fraudulent, show off, corrupt. Yeah, so many negative thoughts, bluff master, gambler, all those thoughts that came. Let's now think of another businessman, Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata. Leader, humble, noble, visionary, greatest gentleman, leader, wonderful, humble, great personality, gentle, philanthropist, successful, number one, wonderful, lovely. So, gentlemen. Now, next. Now I'll give you a task. That is, I'll again bring back my screen and we'll see this. We are doing a simple, sorry, not this. Just a minute. So we are now going to the next task. The next task is, now for a few moments, you are thinking about yourself. You are thinking about yourself. you are thinking about yourself. I'm just stopping this also. So please close your eyes and think about yourself. What is it that's coming to your mind? Who is it? And what is it? Let's just think for a few seconds. Then I'll come back. Just think of yourself. Don't write anything right now. I'll give you some time for that. Just think about it for a few moments. Close your eyes. Remain in that state. Just give me one moment. There is some issue. Just keep your mind closed. And now, my screen has little problems, so just let me bring it again. So now write down whatever that came to your mind. Whatever that came to your mind, please do write down that. Please do write down that. And not in the chat box, on your note, on the notepad. And whatever image that you could see as you, whatever image that came to your mind as you, just write that. So in this format, we'll come to this, but whatever image that came to your mind right now, as you thought about yourself, as you thought about Dhoni, something came. So whatever that comes to your mind, just think about that. Whatever you see. Just few words you can write, not elaborate story, but whatever that comes to your mind when you see yourself in action, whatever you have done, your past memory is coming, what you're doing is coming, how you are is coming, what is your image about yourself? We call it self-image. How do you see yourself as? Yeah. The emotion that comes, the thoughts that come, just take note of those. Now we'll do a small activity. This activity is this. Your health, mindset, self-confidence, self-image, and self-connect or self-love or self-esteem, as we call it. Just write down these things in few words, maybe take about a minute's time. Whatever image that has come to your mind, do write that in this format on your notepad. Please draw this table, not necessarily the entire table. At least write self. And after that, describe your current situation. With respect to yourself, when we say self, here we are talking about my physical body, my mindset, the self-confidence that I have. When I say self-confidence, we'll elaborate little after some time, but broadly, you are confident when you are in social gatherings, you are confident when you are performing something, doing a task, or doing your regular jobs, or when there is a little difficulty, or there is a challenge coming in your way, you are still confident. That's self-confidence. And you have a self-image which you have closed your eyes and seen yourself as. And your self-love, meaning you love yourself. You have respect, regard, and connect with yourself. How do you find it? People who have self-love, they love to spend time alone on reflection, spending time with themselves. If you love to be alone, people can feel lonely or be in solitude. It's about solitude. That means you are in connect with yourself. So if these things are there, you can write, what is your self-love? If it is done, just write D. If you have done this first column, written something about yourself, write D. And then rate yourself in this dimension of self in a scale of -10 to +10. If you are extremely positive in your health, mindset, self-confidence, self-image, self-love, what we call the identity of yours in a way, if you find it extremely at a higher level, towards +10, if it is on a negative level, towards -10, put it in your notebook only. No need to put it in the chat box. Yeah, just write that score. So this is the dimension 1, the identity dimension and the core dimension. Core dimension. Let me give you my story here. I understood why I was stuck. The stuck problem was why I was completely having stress, anxiety. I was unable to do exercise. I was unable to do anything which I wanted to do. It was not happening because I started doing it outside. I started thinking that I'll go for morning walk. I started thinking that I'll not take junk food. I'll take healthy food. All these things are outside activities. I started them without changing my identity, without changing these things. The image in me, the dreams inside, when you would see dreams, you would see that you're eating, when you change those image inside, then only we can do them. There are processes. It is changing your identity is important. If you're stuck in the past self, it's not possible to go to the future self. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about this as we move further. So does it make sense? Right? MS. I only saw 3 Ds. Others are not done. Or if you have done it, please write D and then MS. MS means making sense. Please do work. Please do these things. It may appear simple. It may appear easy things, but very powerful. We are giving some time to ourselves. Very, very powerful process. When we're reflecting on ourselves. Yeah. If you see there is a scope of improvement in this, just write big scope of improvement, BSI. If you really see there is a big scope of improvement in your identity, your physical body, mental body, and your identity, right? BSI. Yeah. There is a scope of improvement, big scope of improvement in everyone's life. Everyone, irrespective of where we are, there is always a big scope of improvement. Great to get that response. Now moving further on this. The second dimension is relationship. The second dimension is relationship. It's called, so is the first one clear? Is the first one very clear? What we are talking about is changing our identity. You can write IR, identity redesign. It's a designed change. Otherwise also we are changing. We are also changing unknowingly, unconsciously, but we will change it by design. Write identity redesign, IR. IR is identity redesign is what we need to do. Through systematic process, we can redesign our identity, change our self-image, change our health, change our mind, change our internal state of being, confidence, self-love. All these things can be changed. Great, lovely. Now moving further, coming to the next one, relationships. Again, you definitely agree with me that relationships and our happiness, they are so interconnected. Do you agree? Just right, agree. Our relationships and our happiness so interconnected. In fact, the longest ever study done on human beings was on happiness by Harvard, and they did it in 2000 in 1930s. It got completed in 1980s. They followed the life of people for 50, close to 50 and more years, and they found who are happy. People who passed out, they just tried to find out them what is the thing, and then after 50, 60 years, till their death, the study continued by multiple people, because many of the people also died in the process, the researchers. So it got passed on. Final, the most important factor they found is relationship, the people with whom they were there, the circle, the community, the support system these people had a biggest impact on their happiness. So where they were, that was one of the key important factors of happiness. Yeah, agree. Now, this is about, let me tell you a few things. In fact, I coach not many people. I was talking to a gentleman. I'll talk about 3 people. Talking to a gentleman, when I said, in fact, I said, you will have more family time. He was very annoyed with that. He said, I don't want family time, because the moment I am there in family, it is terrible. I'm there. It's not that I don't love them, but the family time it's toxic. We have interchange of toxic words with my wife, and children, they don't agree to, his son and daughter would fight like cats and dogs, and that actually, it increases his BP. He said, I don't want even that time. I just want to spend more time in the office, go back and sleep. I don't want to see those things. And then I have thoughts about what will happen to them. They're not studying, they're spending so much of time on mobile phone. All these things actually are creating unhappiness in me. So I don't want family time. How many of you see this in our life? Many times our family time quantity is not important. So much of toxicity comes because we cannot see that positivity in the family. Yeah, see the positivity in the family is so important. It is more important that we create a positive environment in the family, and you can initiate that. Do you agree? Many people say, no, it's not possible with my wife. You see her and you know. I said, I don't need to see her, but definitely there is a possibility of improvement. We can change. It has to start from within, right? Start from within, SFW. It has to start from within many times. In fact, the whole research suggests relationship is a typical neural pathway. It's a typical state of being. Otherwise, you will find people who constantly see difficulty in relationships. Yeah, we can all do this. I have seen in my life, you have to first change something inside, know how to interact, and then interact properly. Knowing and doing are important. And first change, know, and do. So these 3 steps, if you do appropriately, you'll see there'll be a change in your family environment, in your home. People have fightings with their family members, very unfortunate. They love them dearly. I call it suffering in loving relationships. People suffer the most in loving relationships, not in other relationships, not in hateful relationships. Mostly people suffer in their loving relationships. We can change this. And how can we change? 1, we change their mindset. Also, we change the circle. Do you agree? The circle, the Harvard study has also suggested, with whom you are spending most of your time. Can we all write now, who are the 5 people in a day? It may be your wife, your child, your parent, your boss, your colleague, your subordinate, your customer, maybe anyone. Can you write in a normal day the 5 people you spend most time with, and roughly how many hours? Can you just write that in your notepad? Please do write. Such an important thing. And then I will tell you something else. So write down 5 people with whom mostly you spend your time with, and number of hours usually on a normal day you spend with them. Please do that activity. Just write down in your notepad, and once you are done, write D. Once you're done, please write D. Quickly you can write. You can just write in sketchy one. The first letter also will do. Yeah. Great. Many D's are, only 2-3 D's have come. Yes, there is a question from Poonamji. Does it include whom we think about the most time, even if not in physical? Please do include that. Please do include that. Great. Thank you for reminding that. I don't know whether you are part of my community or not. I also talk about that. Whom you are thinking about and whom you are with. For example, you may be thinking about your son who is in the US and you are already retired alone at home. Possible. So you can use that. Yeah? Now. Yeah, you are there. Right, Poonamji. Good. Now coming to the next step. So these are the 5 people you are with. Next step is, in bracket, write the scale of positivity or negativity in +5, +10, -10. If you are with your boss and all the time you are with your boss, you feel very low, you feel very annoyed and not good, you can write negative. When you are with your wife, maybe you are very positive. I'm just giving example, don't take it literally. So your boss may be a very good boss. Similarly, with your wife, you may feel that it is plus maybe 8, whatever time you spend with her, very positive. So just do it in your notepad. And it can be very risky if your spouse is with you, but doesn't matter. We are doing a reflective exercise here. Now, after you have done that, this is the way you need to do, right? The 5 people, spend how much time, and write down the positive or negative. In case you are done with this, I trust all of us, we have done with this. Do you feel with your efforts, you can change some of those negative to positive? Right, I can, I see. Right, I see. With some efforts, you can change that negative to positive with systematic application. Even if I don't tell anything to you, anything, I'll not give any strategy, anything. Can you just take responsibility that with my wife, with my son, with my daughter, with my father, with my mother, I take responsibility to increase by 1 point in next 1 week. Yes, all of us, we can do that. I can change. Just we need to reflect upon that. Look at this, that this is one of the critical element of my happiness. If I can bring in 1 point positive, your happiness will increase by 3-fold. Such is the power if we can change. But it needs systematic approach. You have to take charge. Yeah. So far, 2 dimensions. Are we getting value? Is it whatever that so far you have felt in one word? Good, excellent, fabulous, wonderful, valuable, super value, whatever that comes to your mind. Can you just write? That will give me a super value. Thank you, Poonamji. Thank you so much. Good, wonderful, super value, valuable. Great to see. I need some more. SV, super value, excellent, encouraging, wonderful, amazing. We are in a workshop mode, so we will go further, maybe another 15-20 minutes on this mode itself to complete this. Yeah, good. Seems making some headway. Great. I love that. So please do let's do work on this. Third one is career. We'll talk a deeper aspect of career, but now for our simple understanding, it's about our professional well-being. Whatever we are doing, we may be doing business, job, we may be doing some kind of teaching, doctor, dentist, singer, housewife, house husband. Whatever we are doing as the core responsibility is the career that I've chosen for myself. I'm doing it. So how much you're loving your job, how much meaningful contribution you are making, feeling valued through your work. You are feeling that status, worthy of being in this life through this job. Social status we are getting in there. So is it just write in the third one, in your career? Can you just write down few things? When I say, how do you judge your work? I usually ask people, how do you judge your work? People say, I little confused. Three things for sure. Are you loving your job? Whatever you're doing, are you loving it? That's one. Two, whatever you are doing, is it giving you a kind of status, satisfaction, fulfillment, and making you feel worthy about it? Three, is it that your contribution is being acknowledged? You are feeling that people are gaining from it and giving you feedback, whether in terms of money, if you're getting salary, or getting some kind of business where you're getting money, or you are also getting some positive words from others. You may be in a non-profit business, but is it giving you that kind of accomplishment, achievement? Is all these three things satisfying? Write that. Please do write it in that column. Please do write it in that column and write D when you are done. And in the right column, plus or minus in the scale of -10 to +10. Just write D, D, D. So one, finding out, are you loving what you are doing? That's number one. Are you loving what you're doing? That's number one. Number two, is it what you're doing is actually giving value? You are feeling that status. You're feeling worthy about it. And is it that people are receiving positivity and that contribution is also bringing in their money or their goodwill, goodwish, and you are seeing that happening? If all these three things, four things are happening, then it is a worthy thing that you are doing. You are happy in your work, and make that, rate that. In fact, as I said, in my time, in my pre-2008 time, one of the reasons why I was unhappy is I was getting money because salary was coming to me, but I was not loving the work I was doing. I was loving something else. My inner calling was very different. Probably what I'm doing now is my inner calling. That time I did not know even that that is my inner calling. That is the thing that I love so dearly. So that love was absent. Now, well, I was having some kind of status, but that status was not making me feel worthy, because I was feeling this is not I'm good at. So you are good at that worthy feeling, that I'm so good at this. And then you feel worthy. And that good thing is translating to giving value and getting reward. So four things, if are done, you are having a positive career, profession. There are many times I ask people to change their profession because the profession is killing them. It's toxic to them. Better to change, and opportunities are plenty. I had to take 12 long years to take a call. Although I changed internally, but definitely it was very hard. But once you take that call, you will find opportunities. They do open up if you know how to do them. Yeah. Great. Done. Moving on to the final one. I'll have a question before I go to this. How many of you feel that money brings happiness? How many of you agree with this? Money brings, or money leads to happiness. If yes, write yes. You can write no as well. Venkatji is strongly, immediately saying no. Agree, not always, somewhat. No, brings some happiness. Yes. I'll tell you about the research, definitely. Money also leads to happiness. Not always. Yes, makes lives comfortable. 50-50. Great, 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 great to see all of the responses. Based on needs, not, yeah, great. The criteria is different. Money certainly required for happiness. Yes. I'll tell you something before we proceed further. Probably this will make sense. Money doesn't bring happiness, but absence of money leads to unhappiness. Do you agree with this? Money, that means plentiful of money given to you. I've been working with so many people who are insanely rich. plenty of money, crazy amount of money they have, super unhappy. Probably one of the most unhappy lot I have seen. Super rich people unhappy. That means more money not bringing happiness. But at the same time, I have seen people who are underprivileged because of lack of money, so much of fight. They're taking alcohol, they're taking so many other things, so much of fight and all. Again, lack of money. So money is a necessary factor, but not sufficient. It's just required to a certain extent to give us the security in life. So when we say abundance, and interestingly, it's been seen, if you are happy, your money actually flows better. That's what research suggests, as we saw in the first few slides. So it's about the financial well-being. It is overcome unhappiness. So that threshold we have to overcome. What is it? That you need money for paying your past things, past liabilities, EMIs, and all those things, present expenses that we need to lead a comfortable life. We need to lead a life of decent, we need to live in a decent place, have some minimum amenities, at least to help us have security, have some kind of decent place to go and have some fun as well. And the future security, which talks about a lot many things, our health security, education of children, maybe marriage of people. So I have seen many people unhappy because of money. Do you see this? There are so many people who are unhappy because of money, and by taking some measures, by doing certain things, we can overcome that unhappiness, we can eliminate that unhappiness so that we can be happy. So fourth dimension is definitely money, which we have to organize, arrange, manage, and the money mindset. Some people have insane amount of money but still feel insecure. Have you noticed that? You give them crores of money but still their insecurity is too high. What will happen if I lose all the money? So insecurity doesn't go away. You need to have the mindset of security, right? Abundance mindset, AM, right? AM. This is about abundance mindset and abundance habits. AMAH. AMAH. Abundance habit also include giving. In fact, there is a powerful research work done by a gentleman, Adam Grant, again from Harvard. And the book he has written on the basis of that, it's a researched book, Give and Take, where he says people who are givers are not just happier in life, they are more fulfilling, they are having better relationships, and they are rich people. So they do charity, they pursue their hobby, they have good things in their life, but they are the givers. Givers are happier with security. They are happy, they are having happy money. Yeah. AMAH. Great. Now, I trust these four things have been done. So do it for money as well. Do it for the money and rate yourself in the money space. Are you having insecurity with respect to money? Are you having a negative mindset? Not the abundant mindset, limited scarcity mindset. Just you can give in that case minus or plus. If you're very comfortable, secured with respect to abundance and money, you can give plus and write it in the description, the current situation. Yeah. Can you do that? When done, please write done. Then we go to the solution part. We'll look at what we can do about it, what I have done, and how you can also do it. Right. Now, if you have done it, do this as well. We'll take about 2 to 3 minutes. Let's take 4 minutes. 1 minute for each of the final buckets. There are final 4 things. Please do write there. First, what is that dream self that you want to have? Write down few things. Dream self that you want to have. Close your eyes for a moment. What are the things that you want to see in yourself? About your health, your mind, your self-image, your confidence, self-connect. Self-connect is more about spirituality. when we get into deep meditations, so just mention about your body, mind and soul aspect, spirit aspect. In the final column, write few things. I would urge all of you to please do participate in this. Very important. This is a reflective exercise which can literally bring in magical changes. This exercise alone has given me so much of empowerment. Moving on to the next one. Write something about how or what kind of a relationship space that you want to be. With respect to your family, how much time and what kind of time that you want to spend. People whom you want to see around. If you're seeing people always crying, cribbing and complaining, or you are with people who are so elevated, so positive, radiance in their energy, talking great things so that you also grow with them. People who are rich in mindset, people who are secured in their life. Just write down what kind of relationships that you dream. Who are the people and how much time you want to spend with them. How you are enjoying those interactions, even at workplace. All those people you are spending time with now. What is the level of negativity that you want to change? What you want to see in that relationship? Write that. Now move to your career. Please do write that. What is it? That dream career, that dream thing that you want to do in your life. Don't hesitate writing. Many times, I always say, we are not limited by the situation. You are limited by our aspirations, by our identity. That's the reason why we talked about identity first. Many times, I ask people about their ambition, their goal. It is such limited goal that that's share because they are limited, having so much of doubt inside their identity. They cannot see beyond that shield, that prism. When people like Narayan Murthy started Infosys, absolutely look at them, very normal, common man. So many other similar engineers were there around, but the identity was different. He started living that life, that dream, that being right from that time. Look at Sachin Tendulkar, saw India lifting the World Cup in 1983, lived that, changed that identity of being another person who can contribute to cricket. Similarly, so many, you just look at anybody who has done something exceptional, not that they were exceptional right from the beginning, they changed their identity. That identity helped them see a larger, bigger goal and aspiration. Please write your aspiration, open up. Whatever you want to live this life through, please do write that. Many times we limit our life. We curtail our ambitions and aspirations. Do write what you feel would be the best for you in the fourth column. Come to the money space. Whatever, quantum of money, the nature of money, what you are doing with the money, how you are using that money, please do write there. Please do write there. The 4 columns, as you finish, we move on further. Please do write CD, completely done. If you have done it completely, all four done completely, right? CD, then we move next. Great, great. Please do complete. Others also, please do write CD if you have completed. Now, can we manifest our dreams? Can we manifest our dreams? Let me tell you my own story, and also I've seen others. I can say with authenticity about me because I have lived that life. I've seen others, like I have given example of Narayan Murthy and many others. They're big and huge success stories. In our lifetime, we have seen them. But we also can bring in our own metal, our own elements, and live a life with a very different degree, different order. We are living a life of limitations. We need to break free this limitation by bringing that happiness in these 4 dimensions. We are all capable of. Not necessarily everyone has to change the job, or not necessarily everyone has to change the community or things there. Many things have to change inside and then reflect on other things and do the changes as we want them to happen in our life. It took me almost like 12 long years to take a call, to actually get to my literal core identity, as they call it, the ikigai, finding that thing that you are finding something which you really, really see your purpose and proceed through that. It took me almost 12 years. 2008, I mentioned, I started. It was a journey, wonderful journey right from that point in time. But it took me a lot of learning. I, in fact, invested in many courses abroad. That time, we didn't have courses like this. Fortunately, now we have. So I bought many books. In fact, I remember one year, the first year, 2008, October till 9 October, I had completed 66 books. Before that, I was not even reading one book for 3-4 years. Sometimes I read after college, probably I never read a book, but 66 books in 1 year. Completed so many courses, and all those courses those days I would import from abroad, because India was not having that much of courses availability. So I used to import CDs, and they would come and take many days, shipped and come, and expensive courses. I used to play them. Some of them will be in thousands of dollars. Dollar was not as much, but $1,000 was meaning a lot those days. But they were life transforming. It took a long time, and I was fortunate to go through the journey of helping people along the way. So this 12 years, I thought could have been compressed to less than 12 months, even 6 months. And that's what I thought I'll bring through and change in people who are inclined to do that. But before that, have you all written on that paper? Let's go for the first level of change. First level of change is this. Let's all of us come on camera. Again, I would urge all of you to please do come on camera. Sit down straight. Close your eyes. Focus on whatever you have written in your inner eye. You remember what you have written for yourself, relationships, career, and money. Whatever that you have written over there. Now, we will take deep breath inside. Take a deep breath inside. We are going in for a meditative process. I trust all of us are participating. I would love to see all of you on camera on mode. Please do come on camera on mode. And we are doing it together for this manifestation. Yeah. Palms upward on your thighs, on your lap, eyes closed, body straight. That means spine is straight and erect. And as I'm breathing, with every breath, I'm feeling lighter and calm. Lighter and calm inside. Feel that lightness. You can also choose to remove your glasses if you have one. Feel that lightness. With every breath, body is lighter. Air coming in, removing all the negativities and toxins from your body and mind. Feel that inner calm, inner serenity. And now, bring all your attention to the center of your eyebrows. This is the place of the prefrontal cortex as well, the most advanced part of the brain. And also, as per ancient wisdom, this is the location, as they term it, as the third eye, can destroy those limiting beliefs, those limitations, and bring in that new creation within you. Bring all your attention to that location. Stay focused there. As we stay focused, we go in for a journey now. It's a journey which is so powerful, which is a transcendental journey to see my future through my third eye. I see a projection in front of me as if a portal, a gateway to another dimension. As you are very light now, you are seeing yourself floating and levitating. And the subtle part of your body is flowing towards that portal, that wonderful gateway. As you are entering, you are sensing that there is a vibration which says you are absolutely safe and secured as you enter into your future dimension. You are flowing in through that gateway. As we are getting in, you are seeing a wonderful place, a lovely, fascinating, open space where there is a large screen in front of you. It's kind of a huge digital board, and you are seeing yourself inside that. You are touching a switch in front of it, which shows self. Touch that. As you see that, and touch it, you are seeing yourself in that wonderful digital space. Whatever that you have aspired, in that space of self, your health, see yourself doing all the activities that you intended to do. Maybe yoga, meditation, morning walk, jogging, dancing. See yourself in that confidence. See how much you are loving yourself, your body and mind. And all that you wanted to see as your self-image is seen in front of you. You are saying, wow. Now you're clicking on another switch. The second dimension are relationships. See yourself in that. How wonderfully you're spending your time with people you are with. Whatever you have written in your aspiration in the dimension of relationships, see that. Feel that. You're seeing your future. feeling your future right now. You are becoming that identity right now. See how you are enjoying time with your family members, with your friends. Now clicking on the next one. The third dimension, your career, work, job. Click on that see, and you are seeing yourself, enjoying yourself in your job. You're loving the place that you are in that job, which you have aspired. The work you'll really, really cherish. So many people are receiving your value, your contribution, blessing you, giving you so much of goodwill, giving you money, giving you positive vibrations, praising you, or receiving rewards, recognitions. You are feeling so worthy. Now moving on to the fourth aspect, abundance. Whatever that you have aspired, see that in that large, huge, massive screen in front of you. As you are seeing, all these things are happening in all the four dimensions. Lift your arms towards the heavens, say, thank you, universe. Thank you for manifesting inside me. Thank you for that. I love myself. I love my identity. I love my relationships. Bring your hands onto your chest, onto your heart. Hug yourself. Say, I love myself. I love my body, my mind. I love my inner spirit. I love my relationships. I love my work. I love my abundance. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now slowly, as I enjoy this moment, I seed this thought, this identity inside me. It's time for me to nurture and flourish. Slowly, I'm coming back. After seeding this, flowing back through that portal, back to the present realm, back to my body, settling in my body. Feel your body, feel your breath, and also feel that new identity that you have seeded. It's now time to crystallize it, to give energy to that, to give life to that identity and make it happen in you, in the timeline that you're progressing through. So thank you once again. And bring your palms together. Rub your palms. Feel the warmth, feel the energy, feel the positivity. And slowly bring them onto your eyes, onto your forehead, and slide and glide them downwards. Feel settled. Gently open your eyes. Just let me know, how did it feel in one word? Kudos, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Wonderful, sir. Thank you, thank you. Awesome, wonderful, wonderful. Reborn, brilliant, lovely, awesome, elevating. Thank you so much. crystallize this, make this happen in your life. It's a possibility when you take charge. So as I bring on the slide, now, as we said, we need to manifest this. So I always say you are the most wonderful person in your life. When you do this, when you connect with yourself, everything else becomes wonderful. When I become wonderful. Now moving further, are you ready to let go of your past and create that new reality, new identity which you have seeded to manifest it? Just right ready. Right ready. Yeah. So everything that has been limiting us, everything that has been imprisoning us, everything that has been confining us, as I said, we are limited by our identity, or rather by thinking about our existing identity. We can change that by changing our identity. So that thing we need to do. Yes, ready to go. Now, when we say that, it's about breaking that old you, which has been happening now. We have to create a new you in you. That's what we need to do. And that new is the happy CEO. Why we call it the happy CEO? Because you take charge. The CEO take charge of all dimensions, the HR, the finance, the marketing, the production. It's like that we have to take charge of all the dimensions, the 4 dimensions of our life. So this is about taking charge of all the dimensions. That's what we say, the happy CEO process. Yeah. So it is about, I trust that I deserve it. I feel that I deserve it. People feel that they do not deserve it. That's the reason, one of the reasons why we don't go for that. We don't open that possibility. Happy mind, happy body, happy career, money, and relationships. All of this make our life abundant and limitless. Abundant and limitless. That's what we need to do. And it's also a spiritual process. As we do this, we feel that spirituality sipping in, and we feel all the time we are happy. That's what they say. Happiness is by choice. It becomes a choice in our life because we are changing situations, not governed by situations. The problem is when you are governed by situations, situation dictate terms, or I take charge. This shift is a possibility when I focus on these 4 dimensions, look at them for changing them, not by becoming a victim of that. From victim to somebody who is a transformer, V to T, changing things. I'll change things around, not just become a victim mindset, to change to a transforming mindset. That's what we need to do here. So I'm going to share something, and this is to change that, what we call the golden ticket to transcend to the world of happiness, abundance. And would you like to go for this? Let me give you what exactly is this. This is a program, what we call become the CEO of your own life. And right now I'll give you what is this. This program is a long-term program. It's not a short-term program, neither that we want you to buy it. We'll not allow you to buy it also, with all our humble aspect, because it will not be helpful to many of you. We'll only ask people who would like to join. Then there'll be an interview process where we can see that there is a fit, that I can actually help you growing somewhere or going to your real, what you aspired self. Then only you will join us. So this is the process. We are not, it's not a sales process at all. I'm just giving the outline of this. Yeah. So you want to become the CEO of your own life. That's the first thing. If you want that, if you want to become this, what we call the 10x Happiness CEO program, it's a long-term program. In this program, we'll take you through the journey of all 4 dimensions: body, mind, spirit, relationships, career, and money. And we will change those in a specified period of time. It's 6 months. That's what is the timeline that we have chatted, that we have created. It's a path. You have to go through a path. Those of you who are inclined to join would go through this journey to unlock the doors. What we have seen now, what we could go through now in our mind, need to manifest. For that, we have to bring in certain changes. That's what I'm going to take you through. So the first one, how do you do it? How do we do this? It's through a process called Power of 168. Any one of you who has got the idea what is 168? It's a very interesting number. Any one of you who can mention in the chat board, what is this 168? And this is such a powerful thing. Just by knowing this, I'll share this with you. You will find it so powerful. 6 months? No. 168 days? No. Minutes? No. Just think, this is a very important, very interesting, powerful, already hint is fascinating, Sita Kanji. 24 into 7, Nazirji. Yes. It's about 24 multiplied by 7. That means a 7 days duration. 24 into 7. So 168 hours we have, every one of us, each one of us, we have in our life. Do you know what? If I ask you now, again, go back to the same sheet, find out how much time you are giving to improve yourself in a month, in a week. How much hours? How much hours for improving your relationships or quality relationships? How much hours you are giving quality time and enjoying in your job? And how much time you're giving for money and abundance mindset? Many of us will not find any answer to that. So we do this. That means everyone who joins us will go through this redesigned path of 168 hours. A redesigned path, because that identity which we have seeded inside will translate into action through time, will translate into mindset through time, will translate into energy through time. Right? Action, mindset, energy, AME 168. AME 168. So our 168 hours will now completely change. It will not be, if you are not ready for that, you will not be able to do anything. So better not to join such thing. It is someone who is committed that I will change my 168 hours in a week. Every week will be a reborn for me. If you are ready for such a journey, then you are definitely, I would urge you to do certain things. Yeah, that's what you need to do. AME 168. It's a change in your week. Weeks will change. What we are going to do, we'll ensure that weekly we have 10 hours of me time where we are doing certain change internally. Some meditation, pursuing our hobbies, doing some kind of exercises and yogas, identity redesign again. This is going to be designed by you in the first place. You will design with my guidance. You will design it and follow your routine. Maybe you are in a job which is a different time zone altogether, but it is to be designed by you. And every week you have to be accountable. You will make a small presentation to me for 3 minutes only that I have done this. I am grown like this. That's how this whole journey is designed. Yeah. So dimension 1, 10x in your health in terms of body, mind, and spirit. It's actually the identity redesign. That's 1. Next dimension, we will get 10 hours of happy family time that will create with family, with friends, with others, with the community, what we term as magnetic presence and hypnotic influence. We'll have that built in ourselves, which will change that dimension. Again, how? Repetition, by doing practices every week. Every week. It is not that you will only do this. You will do the things which you're doing now in a different way by changing that routine of 168 hours. That's what is the second dimension. Third dimension, it's a change, finding your ikigai. How many of you have heard about ikigai? Just write IH, ikigai heard. Yeah, IH. Yes, ikigai is to find your inner love for the job, where you are paid. It's a concept where in Japan, in a particular place, where people, when they get this, they live probably for 100+ years because they found what they're supposed to do. It's a very wonderful, wonderful concept. And we do that. In the very first month, you will find your Ikigai, the 4 dimensions of Ikigai. You will find out, and that will change. From there, we'll start our journey. That's one aspect of our identity as well. So one aspect of our identity would be Ikigai. Now, learn the, just a moment. I just have to reset my mic. Is my audio clear? Is my audio clear? Just mention, yeah. Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, coming to the next, we learn some critical skills. That is important. That is very, very important. Whether you are in the same job or changing your job, you are adding a new stream of income. Whatever you are doing, you have to learn certain critical skills. Again, you will decide what you will learn. And you will change the brand in your career and build a legacy. Not just that I'm doing it all in a routine manner. You will leave something which people will cherish, and it will be also giving you a future dimension, future avenue in your life. And 4th dimension is where we are talking about wealth. Multiple streams of income is something which we need now. And this is a possibility in today's date. If you are not doing it, it's probably you are doing injustice to yourself, because something that you know which can actually be helpful to others, which can bring in some more money to you, you are stopping that opportunity. 2, you do not have passive income, that you are dependent on something which if you do not work, you will not get. 3rd, your hobby, which is so, so important for your well-being, you can monetize that. And abundance and freedom mindset. Security, it's not just you have a lot of money, that's not going to help. You have to feel secure with whatever you have. That's again a powerful thing that we need to do. So if you understood the 4 dimensions, please mention that. Please, if you understood everything, and if you feel that this is going to be of help to you and you are interested, can you write I? I means you are interested. If you are interested, then I'll tell you what you need to do so that you give us an opportunity to interact with you and bring you to this journey. If you're interested, then I'll definitely bring it in and show you what is this. I can see eyes coming in. Yeah. If you're interested for this journey, I'm interested. Yes, thank you. I'll take you through. As I said, I'm not going to sell you right now. It's not that, the purpose is different. We are not going to take, if everyone wants, we cannot take even, because it's a very small group of people we'll work with. So what it would be worth to your life? What is that one word, one number that comes to you? If you are seeing whatever that you have seen in your meditation is going to fructify, is going to manifest in your life, what does it mean in terms of your life, in terms of your change? If actually that happens in your life, just mention that. How much does it mean to you? How much actually it works for you? Just mention either in numbers or in a word, whatever. What is it? What does it mean to you? It's like God's blessings, right? Others, any thought, any number, anything that comes to your mind. How much would it worth if all these 4 dimensions that you have visualized would come in your life? Infinite value, blessings. Yes. Dream life, meaningful life, true life, wonderful. So what you need to do, as I mentioned, we are not going to do anything in this session. It's done. Whatever I thought I'll share with you, few things I'll share. But all of you who are interested, would you like to come to me for a one-on-one call and let me also give you the outcome? What will happen? We will go for a one-on-one call, and for that one-on-one call, you have to deposit 999, that is 999 rupees, which is refundable. Why it is refundable? Because in that one-on-one call of about half an hour or more or less, depending on what we want to find out or what we are getting out of it. Then in that call, if we find that we can help you in this journey, that means it's a good fit. Both of us, we can work together and bring in these 4 dimensions, huge changes in terms of our relationships, identity, in terms of our career and job. And even if you want to add a new stream of income to your life, you want to change your job and get or completely come to business or whatever you want to do, that we'll figure out during that call. If I can help you through this journey and my team, it's a complete team thing. There'll be a lot of accountability. Every week we have to work together to change that 7 days. The 168 hours would be different for us. Now, if we want, or if we see that there is a fit, you feel that it will work for you. I also see that I can help you through that. If there is a right fit, that commitment is there, then only we will onboard you. And it's only about 10 seats. Already 3 people have joined. So 7 more seats are there. So we'll take only 7 people in this. So you can pay that 199 rupees if you find that this can be of worth. Then of course you have to make an investment if we onboard you for the 6 months journey. It will be a good investment, far less than what you are going to get. Even in monetary terms, if you're going for a new additional income stream, probably you'll get more in that than what you invest in this. So that kind of a powerful thing that is there. And we will have first this one-on-one call where we'll first discuss about what we can do, what are the possibilities. If we find there's a fit, then we go ahead. Otherwise, you can choose not to join. I can also tell you with humble and polite manner that probably I'll not be able to help you through this. So you will not be able to take you on this journey. So it is mutual. You can choose not to join, or our team can see that we'll not be able to help you. So no point in taking your money. So in those cases, we will not select you because we have limited seats. You can make that payment. And in case you are not joining us, we'll refund that amount. Only thing why we are taking this money is seriousness. We will not be able to have a lot of people coming in. And again, if you're applying, not necessarily we'll book the call. There is a form which you need to fill up. That form has to be filled up. We'll see actually we can help you. Otherwise, we'll refund the money anyway. So if it is clear, then please do click on the link which has already been shared by my team. You can click on there, pay that 999 refundable money, and we will share a form. You have to fill up that form. In that form, again, our team will scrutinize and we will send you a link wherein you can choose your time from the available slots to book a one-on-one call with me. It will be roughly about minimum 15 minutes to maximum 45 to 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour, depending on what we can do in that. What are the things we need clarity from you. And after that, if we see that we can help you and you find that, yes, we are worthy of that journey, then please do make the rest by making the deposit or making the payment, and we'll start the journey from this month, from 20th. So we'll take on the journey. It'll be a 6 months process. So slots be available in many times. So we'll just share the slots with, there'll be many slots available. Even we'll keep some slots on weekends so that some people who need weekend slots will be getting that as well. So in case nothing is suitable to you, you can reach out to our team so that we'll find some time for you as well. We actually are looking for people who would give credibility to the system, because many people have. We don't want people to fail, and then there is no point taking their money as well. If they're paying and committed, then we see that commitment, we see that you are having that internal urge to achieve that extraordinary life in 6 months' time. Then we have to go through that rigor. We have to put in whatever it takes. As I say, it's not going to take you much time, but the time has to be reorganized. that 168 hours has to be different than what it is now. You will find out, you will decide time you'll get up. You will decide how much time you sleep. You will decide what is the amount of time that you spend for your family, your food, your exercise, all those things. You will decide, you will follow, you will report back. We will keep you on track by giving you messages, and there'll be daily nudging processes. In many of those processes, I'll be there with you to give you very short, very sharp inputs, and that would be a game changer. Initially, every day we will come together to see that you are coming up with your ikigai, you are coming up with your new skills that you need to learn, you are coming up with your clear goal. 4 goals you have to set in the first month itself. 4 goals in your life. Those 4 goals you have to achieve in 6 months, and that will be life transforming. And how to achieve? The second month, we'll call it the GPS month, where it is a goal pursuit process or system. You will go through that, and then we'll see that goal is manifesting in 6 months' time. That's what is our urge. And any question, any query that you have, it's now over to you. And please do put your questions, anything that you'd like to share with us, anything that appealed us, any question, query. Some of the questions were very deep. I said I'll take those questions later. So please let me know if you have any query, question that you have. And you can ask me to unmute, so that you can just click on the reaction. Then you'll find raise hand. Click on that raise hand, and I'll ask you to unmute so that you can speak. Or you can put your question on the chat box as well. Yeah, here some of you have already joined that. So no point again booking a call. I know, I can see few of you are there. So yeah, there is a query. Timings of the sessions. As we said, the sessions will be usually once in a week for our accountability, and daily there'll be about 10 minutes. Mostly it will be in the morning, and we are planning 3 days in the morning and 3 days in the night, so that both morning and night are taken care of. Very short session. Some of them will be nudges, or some of them are recorded sessions. Some of them will be live sessions. So every day it will be managed depending on weekend. Normally we'll have weekly presentations of 3 minutes, how we are making progress, where we are stuck. Only 3 slides. There is a template through which you'll just make a presentation or share it with us, so that there'll be a tracking mechanism through which we can get every day and every week your progress. And in a month, we'll have a long session which we'll call a retreat, a refreshing retreat. On a Sunday, we'll do every month. On a Sunday, we'll have a retreat. Saturday or Sunday. On the weekend, we'll go for a retreat, and that retreat is going to be our defining month-wise accountability and progress review. Yeah. So timings, as I mentioned, it will be easy for everyone to join in, unless you have very unusual kind of time of extremely late in the night you work, or in very early in the morning you work. You can definitely join in. And every detail of the program, as I said, maybe it may not suit you. The timings and the structure may not suit you. We will talk about that in the one-on-one call itself. Yeah. So any other query? Any other query that you have? Can we get the recording of today's session? How many of you would like to have the session recording? Just raise your hand. So yeah, session recording, we will share. We'll share the session recording with you. I can see a lot of raised hand. So we'll share the session recording. Please go through it. And there are a few things which probably would be of help, and you can apply in your life. Yeah, those of you who have already booked the call with us, please reach out to our team. In fact, our team will find it out from different, there are multiple gateways. So it'll take some time for us to get it. Then we'll share with you the form. You need to fill up the form clearly so that we have an idea that where you are and where you want to go. And on the basis of that, we will also invite you to invite you for the one-on-one session. Yeah, thank you, Shaluji. Thank you very much. Thank you for being part of every session and being so engrossed and involved in the process. Thank you. And yeah, anyone who want to ask any question, please feel free to ask. You may ask to unmute. Now, if you raise your hand, that means unmute me. I can unmute you. And we will complete the whole process of the one-on-one sessions this week itself. Amrita Raoji, yeah. If you can switch on your cam, please, that would be nice. So that I've just clicked on asked you to unmute. You can unmute yourself. Yeah, Amrita.
Sorry, that was raised as a request for the video.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to understand. See, I am not saying this whole process. I get that fact that the intention is that someone who's committed and serious, you'd like to help. But like, why aren't you sharing the price is the only thing, because it's like probably the idea that that 15 minutes or 45 minutes window will give you an idea whether you can mentor the person. I get that, but I'm a little picked to that fact that why can't you share the price?
There are a couple of reasons for which we are little not sharing, but I'll give you a ballpark. Would that work for you? Just about an approximate. The reason being, there are two things. Let's say somebody actually wants to, the money part, there is a money, final part is a money. There are two aspects to it. Let's say someone wants to get into the additional income stream. That will take a little long time. Even a change in the career, someone wants a complete transformation in the career, would take a long time. So there maybe we'll have a different pricing altogether. But anywhere it is in between 60,000 to little more than 1 lakh plus GST, depending on what you need. Yeah, that would be the ballpark. And it's something probably you have to take a call on. It can pay you back in multiples, even probably before 6 months, if you are putting the things in right system. Yeah. So I just gave you a ballpark. I'm not giving you the entire what and how, because again, people may join for different things and it may be longer as well. Let's say we find someone will take not 6 months, maybe 8 months. So then we'll have to see, because it's all about the outcome. It's not about the time and the money. It's about what will be the outcome. That's the reason why we are putting it. We want to know your plight before we want to give anything to you. Yeah. Does it make sense? Thank you. Thank you for the question. In fact, yeah, you need to unmute yourself.
Thank you. That is a big help, because I am not working regularly. I'm a little confused and I do need somebody to guide me. So this is a wonderful thing. Let me think about it. I'm in two minds. I'm a little confused. So, but that whole idea, the ballpark figure, definitely gave me an idea, though I'd already considered because I've attended your previous sessions and I know what a value add it is. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Amritaji. And for one, since I have given a ballpark already, I know it's not a small amount for anyone or for many. So we also have, not me, it's Lifewill. We are a team. So Lifewill also has partnership with many of the other portals and gateways and payment systems where it can become converted to no cost EMI. So that's there available, so that you can.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. That
Thank
is
you
available.
So much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And that probably can be extended to 1 year, not just 6 months limited. It can be 1 year email converted. So there is a question. I think 6 months need to pay 999. No, it's a refundable 999 rupees deposit. If you want to have a strategy call with me about whether you should go for that 6-month course, which would be anywhere in between 60,000 to 1,10,000, including GST. So that's the thing. Yeah. Any other query, question that people have, just let me know. If you have anything that you would like to share, Thank you very much. Let me give a quick recap of whatever we learned in the last about a couple of years, a couple of hours, now almost 2 hours. So we started with what is it that is a happy life CEO is, who is he, and what is that? So in order to understand that, we first found out why happiness, why part of it. And we found how Aristotle and then Helen Keller and then Sean Acker, those statements saying that happiness is so important in life and happiness can lead to so many advantage. And then we talked about how to be happy. Who is a happy CEO? We talked about 4 dimensions. One, the most important, the fulcrum we can call it, the identity aspect, the self aspect, where we need to work in terms of our health, our mind, and our spirituality, where we say our identity needs to be transformed. And that's the central idea. When I close my eyes, what I'm seeing, I see myself as. Then we talked about the other dimension, relationships. Third, career. Fourth, money. All those 4 dimensions, if we can make ourselves happy, we can be happy. We also, during that time, said what is outer and what is inner happiness. Of course, we discussed that. Then we talked about what is our rating. As it was in a workshop format, we just had a reflection on our 4 dimensions. I'm sure all of you had got some value from that reflection process, where I'm placed. What is that number which indicate how happy I am in these 4 dimensions? Then we looked at, can we have a dream? Can we have an aspiration, a future situation which I can design and create? That's what we written. Then we went through a process, a very deep process of visualizing, seeing a different dimension of myself in future in that situation, which is the aspired one. And then we discussed about how we can help you through a process which we call the Happy Life CEO program, which is a 6 months course. And in this, we want to give you a new experience of life by changing those hours that you spend in a week. By changing that is the minimum small bite we are taking. When we change that, the seeded dream will translate, will manifest by itself. That thing, that 168 hours, is to change the inner dimension and change our actions, mindset, and our energy to move us through towards that desired goal. So this is the journey. For that, those of you who are interested to join, because we have only 10 people will take, it has to be very intense, close group, wherein we'll first discuss with you in a call for which you'll have to deposit $9.99. And after depositing that, we'll share a link. You can schedule a call with me. We'll discuss. If we find each other a good fit, then we will go for the, which will be little at a higher end. And those who would be joining will start by the end of this month, by the last part of this month, after 20th, we'll start the journey and we'll see how we can transforming ourselves within the specified period of 6 months, changing all the 4 dimensions and bringing in a holistic 4-dimensional happiness in our life. So this is what we discussed, we shared. Thank you very much. As we said, we will share the recording in the group itself. And we would also love to get your feedback, get a few more ideas so that we can come up with and what we can do better for the entire community, what you can do better for the entire humanity. So let's all pray for each other. Let's pray for the entire humanity, every creation, and rejoice this journey of life on this planet. May God bless all of us. Have a great time and let's enjoy, let's be happy, and let's make others happy in life as well. Thank you and God bless. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So closing.